Hey all, my name is Nick, and I put together this playlist to highlight some of the most effective, easy to play options for every class. My goal is to give you a low barrier to entry build so you can jump straight into instance content, whether that's strikes, raids, or fractals. The real benefit of these builds is that they free you up to actually learn the mechanics of an encounter. I don't want you feeling overwhelmed by complex rotation, and I want to free you up to actually learn the mechanics of the fight. The builds overall are mostly aimed at newer players, players who struggle with the optimal builds, and players with disabilities. Now, a quick heads up, these are not the top tier DPS builds. If you're looking for the meta options, I've left links for those in the description below. A quick disclaimer, this playlist covers every single class, but it won't necessarily cover every single elite specialization. Full disclosure, I am a warrior main. Because of that, I'll likely cover every single warrior spec in detail. However, it's just not feasible for me to keep every single spec in the game updated through every balance patch, as I am one guy maintaining these builds. For the classes outside of warrior, my focus is to give you at least one solid power and one solid condi option that is easy to pick up and play. Looking at the playlist, you will see the following. First, I try to annotate the thumbnails so you can quickly browse and find exactly what you need. For the title, you will see how many buttons the build generally uses, although I tend to not count buttons only used once whenever you start the fight. You will see the class, you will see the damage type, which should be one of power, condi, or hybrid, and you will see the damage number I got from the golem with the build. That damage number can likely be beaten, as I only give it a few tries and tend to pick the highest I got. Afterwards, you may see a Tretland variation of the build. That means that the build has some different flavors you could potentially play. You may also see the word realistic. This means that your build either scales in damage with how many boons are on you, how many conditions are on the golem, or both. So watch out, and I will usually indicate which one it is in the description, and whenever you are testing against the golem, just keep that in mind and make sure that you set the golem correctly. Inside each video, I'll provide the build link and a breakdown of the rotation in the description. For the video itself, I will start off with the rotation, or basically how you want to play the build, followed by a rundown of the build, so stick around if you want a verbal breakdown of what's going on. In the next section of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get to the training golem, and more importantly, how to set it up. I highly recommend testing out your damage after setting up the build to double check you have set everything up correctly. Hey y'all, so you will want to start in Lion's Arch at the Fort Marina waypoint. If you don't know where Lion's Arch is, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But you want to start at the Fort Marina waypoint, kind of where the Fractals of the Mist portal is in Lion's Arch. You will want to go south, past the Fractal portal, up the stairs. Option 1 you have for getting to the golem is going through this entrance right here. But I would recommend you to go through this entrance, because this will take you to the raid lobby. Once you're inside the raid lobby, you will want to make sure that you unlock this waypoint, so you can get here whenever you want on your character. And then you will want to go through this portal right here. This is also the golem portal. Usually this is the one I take. Once you're in, you will want to go all the way over here and look at the arena console. Through the arena console, you can choose to add boons to yourself. And you can also choose to spawn a golem. Usually, the standard is average hitbox size and 4 million health pool. And you also want to make sure that you add all conditions. Once this is true, you're free to go at the golem and whack it and do whatever you need. Now, some of the builds will have the word realistic written on it, right? That means that either the number of boons or the damage scales the number of boons that you have, or the damage scales the number of conditions on the golem. Usually I've labeled realistic as 10. So it's not a big deal if you don't follow it, but if you want to match exactly what I'm doing, then you will have to manually basically add in the conditions here, one at a time. So for example, add in bleeding, burning, confusion, poison, torment, etc. Or Same thing for boons. You'll have to just add one boon at a time. Right? So I'm going to have to add in Might, for 25 stacks of Might, Fury, etc. But yeah, that's it for the Golem. I would do recommend testing out your damage here with the builds to make sure that you have nothing missing, like wrong runes, sigils, food, etc. That's the vision for this playlist. I really hope that these builds help you feel more confident stepping into the harder content this game has to offer. Enjoy the builds, and hopefully I'll see you around.